Why do many Americans stay away from southern New Mexico? New Mexico is well known for its stunning landscapes and diverse culture, but there's a hidden corner that not many are aware of: southern New Mexico. Despite its vast wilderness and majestic mountains, the southern part of the state remains sparsely populated. Why is that? What has led many Americans to avoid this region? Let's explore the mysteries and the real reasons behind the emptiness of southern New Mexico in today's video. New Mexico is renowned for its beautiful scenery, rich culture, and unique history. However, a surprising fact is that the southern part of this state is almost uninhabited. While one might imagine the rugged mountains and vast deserts of the south as a perfect retreat for those who love untouched nature, in reality, the area is incredibly desolate. So why do so many Americans choose to avoid this land instead of settling down to enjoy its breathtaking beauty? Let's dive deeper into the reasons why southern New Mexico has become one of the most sparsely populated regions in the US. One of the main factors explaining this phenomenon is the astonishingly low population density. New Mexico currently has about 17.5 people per square mile, a number even lower than Wyoming and Montana. To clarify, there are only two cities in the entire state with populations exceeding 100,000 people: Albuquerque and Las Cruces. Las Cruces, a city in the south, has about 114,000 people in its metropolitan area, but once you leave the city, vast uninhabited lands stretch out before you. So why, despite all its geographical potential and natural beauty, hasn't this region attracted more settlers? The history of this area is key to understanding. The earliest inhabitants of New Mexico were part of the Clovis culture, which existed around 21,000 BC. However, when the Spanish arrived in the 16th century, drawn by legends of the Seven Cities of Gold, they faced fierce resistance from the native tribes. In 1680, the Pueblo Revolt forced the Spanish to abandon New Mexico for over a decade. Even after New Mexico became part of the US in 1846, much of the land remained undeveloped and difficult to access. Although New Mexico began to modernize in the early 20th century, the southern region still faced many challenges. Harsh weather, scorching summers, water scarcity, and difficult living conditions made people hesitant to settle here. Dust storms and droughts could last for months, making life and agriculture much harder compared to other parts of the state. But it's not just the natural conditions. Southern New Mexico also faces economic limitations. While larger hubs, like Albuquerque, have more developed economies with a variety of industries, the southern part of the state relies primarily on agriculture and a few small-scale industries. This has led many, especially the younger generation, to leave the area in search of better opportunities in larger cities or even other states. The discovery of oil near Hobbs in 1928 marked a significant turning point for southern New Mexico, opening up substantial economic potential. However, despite this change, much of southern New Mexico remained largely unaffected by the state's industries, and the sparse population persists to this day. New Mexico is a state full of contrasts, covering more than 122,000 square miles, making it the fifth largest state in the country. But this vast size alone doesn't explain why most of the state, particularly the southern part, remains so sparsely populated. New Mexico's diverse terrain, from dense mountain ranges to expansive deserts, presents unique challenges. Southern New Mexico is primarily located within the Chihuahuan Desert, the largest desert in North America, where the arid conditions make infrastructure development and settlement incredibly difficult. While the northern and central parts of the state have more stable water sources, the south struggles with water shortages and inconsistent rainfall, posing significant challenges for both daily life and agricultural production. A striking example of the region's geographical difficulties is White Sands National Park, located in the Tularosa Basin. It's the world's largest gypsum sand dune field, a renowned natural wonder, but not an ideal place to build a city. The lack of fresh water and summer temperatures that often exceed 100 degrees Celsius make living here nearly impossible. Additionally, southern New Mexico's infrastructure isn't developed enough to support population growth. Many rural areas face deteriorating roads and bridges, while basic services like clean water and healthcare are severely limited. About 5.5% of the state's bridges are structurally deficient, and rural hospitals are almost non-existent, making healthcare services scarce. The region's geographical isolation also makes economic development challenging. Southern New Mexico is surrounded by mountain ranges like the Sacramentos, Guadalupes, and Organs, creating natural barriers to urban expansion and transportation infrastructure. There are no major rivers or ports capable of supporting large-scale commerce, preventing the region from leveraging economic opportunities like other areas of the U.S. The Rio Grande, though important for agriculture, cannot support large-scale trade and transport, limiting industrial growth. Water scarcity is an especially serious challenge in southern New Mexico, and climate change is only making it worse. About 75% of the state's water is used for crops like chili peppers and pecans, but dwindling water resources are threatening the future of these communities. Experts predict that some areas could completely run out of water in the next 20 to 30 years, putting the remaining residents in a difficult position. Economic inequality also plays a role in the region's slow population growth. Southern New Mexico is one of the poorest areas of the state. The median household income is around $48,000, placing it among the lowest in the U.S. This has pushed many young people, especially skilled workers, to leave the region in search of better opportunities in larger cities or even in other states. Moreover, communities near the border often face a lack of basic services, with slums lacking access to clean water and adequate housing. Despite all these challenges, southern New Mexico still has much to offer. The area was once home to the Manhattan Project and the site of the first atomic bomb test at Trinity in 1945, leaving lasting environmental and human impacts. The radioactive fallout from this test significantly affected the health of residents, particularly Hispanic and Native American communities. Although it faces many obstacles, southern New Mexico retains a unique, unspoiled beauty and a rare sense of peace. Nature lovers, artists, and those seeking an alternative lifestyle are still drawn to the vast, tranquil spaces. However, isolation, coupled with economic and infrastructure difficulties, has kept the region sparsely populated. Ultimately, southern New Mexico is a combination of harsh geography, turbulent history, and economic hardship. These factors have contributed to the area's low population, even as its natural beauty and cultural heritage continue to attract those with a taste for exploration and solitude. While southern New Mexico faces challenges related to its natural conditions, economy, and history, the area's unspoiled beauty and unique tranquility cannot be denied. For those who love isolation, crave wide-open spaces, and want to escape the hustle and bustle of modern life, southern New Mexico could be the perfect destination. But for most, the harshness of nature and lack of development opportunities remain the primary reasons they choose to avoid this land. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more exciting videos.